adjust some in-game volume here a little bit. Well, okay, Recon. This is Dracula, obviously. Now, if you're wanting to play Dracula, the best thing to remember are his strengths and weaknesses. As far as weaknesses, he doesn't really have very many. He has extremely good map mobility because of his bat form. He has extremely good chase ability because of, you know, again, the bat form, the wolf form, and he's good for anti-loop given his fire attack can be fired through most, you know, loops like vault windows, pallets, over obstacles, etc. And unlike Nemesis, where his tentacle attack goes over, this one rises from the ground. So even if they crouch, they're only lying to themselves because the fireball's going to go right up their ass anyway. So he's got a lot of really good capability to handle people in any real given circumstances. So my Dracula, obviously now I've hit P100 with him, so I have all the perks unlocked, I have everything going. But the build that I recommend, I don't know if, you know, how much you've spent on Dracula or how many extra blood points you have to pump into him. But the perks that I've been running, and this has been true to all the killers, like you see the build I have here, if I go over to, like, you know, frickin' Piggy, you're gonna see it's the same thing. Because for me, a build works. The only one that's different is Freddy, and that's with this one here, Sloppy Butcher, instead of Pop Goes the Weasel. Because Freddy can teleport to people who are injured, so I swapped this one to Sloppy Butcher to keep people injured more, like, for longer periods of time, obviously. But Dracula doesn't really need that. So, given his ability as bat form to teleport to windows and any vault location. So if there's windows, if there's down pallets, he can teleport directly to them as a bat, which gives him even better mobility, especially for all the little survivors who like to lie to themselves and convince themselves that running to a shack pallet the shack is going to keep them alive. If they're running through the door and you swap to bat form and you teleport to the window, if you have this offering here, the Lapis Lazuli, the little purple egg, you teleport to the window, the entity blocks the window for 15 seconds, which is more than enough usually to land a hit on them. And the people are crazy foolish if they think that they're gonna outrun Dracula at the Killer Shack when you're using this particular add-on. Now, if you're just starting out with Dracula, you won't necessarily have a lot of these in your inventory. I just prestiged him from 80 to 100 during the event, so I've got like hundreds, and in this case thousands of offerings and add-ons, etc., etc. As far as his add-ons, he's got a lot, and I mean a lot of things. The best way to look at playing a killer that I've discovered is because I used to look at videos online, like what's his name, Ots Darva and all them. I'm just gonna turn the volume on my game down a bit in my headset so I can hear myself talk here. But you had people like Ots Darva, and they always put out these videos where they're like, oh, these are like, this is the next meta build for Dracula, or the next meta build for so-and-so. And anytime I've ever used those, they've always failed me. And the reason being is that I've discovered every player has their own play style. Ots Darva, if you look at a lot of his videos, at least the last time that I looked at one of his, he tends to be very end-game oriented, so he tends to have lots of perks that lead towards giving him a powerful end game. And so I'm the opposite. I like to kill everybody before we even get to the end game. Because in my opinion, when the 5th gen pops, if I haven't killed 2 to 3 people, it's game over, okay? So I'm not worried about trying to catch my losses up by that point, because if I haven't done enough damage to them by the time it takes them to finish 5 gens and open the gates and get away, then for me that's just kind of like, well, what is another what's another 20 seconds of keeping the exit gate closed gonna do me, right? So you just need to think about the type of player that you are, and that's where you choose your perks to best help you with that playstyle. And that's why I've always come up with my own builds. And the one I've been using lately, I always have Lightborn. Okay, 90% of the bullshit you deal with as a killer, at least from my experience, comes from people with flashlights, flashbangs, fucking blast mine, firecrackers. There's always something that they're using to fucking blind people, okay? And you're gonna lose your shit. And so many people will put themselves in harm's way trying to rescue somebody you down. If they have a flashlight, they will come and they will openly endanger their own lives trying to save somebody unless they know you have this, okay? So Lightborn is just a great thing because it not only do they have this false sense of security believing that they're like, well, I'll just get the flashlight save. And, you know, they're going to come in, they're going to creep in, you're going to see them somewhere around. And you can either leave the person slugged and slap the shit out of the person who's trying to do the save, and also get damage on them, which is also where Franklin's comes in because they've got their freaking flashlight, right? If you hit them with Franklin's, they've dropped their flashlight, now they're running, you can go back to pick the person up off the ground, and while you're picking that person up, they run back, pick up their flashlight, they run over, they're like, haha, I'm gonna get you anyway, only to realize you have Lightborn and the flashlight doesn't work anyway, but now they're right there in front of you again. So they haven't run away and put distance. You throw the person on the hook that's nearby, I mean, if there's one nearby, or you can just chase down the person and slap the shit out of them again, because that flashlight, they're desperate to go for the save sometimes. This combination, I've actually had people that I played against tell me that it was the stupidest thing they've ever seen. Why would you do Lightborn and Franklin's? If you had Franklin's, you don't need Lightborn. And I was like, no, actually, because they were using flashlights only to realize that, like I just explained, they tried to do the flashlights, they finally were able to land a flashlight, and they couldn't hit me with it anyway, and it just pissed them off, because they're like, well, not only was I taking the flashlight away from them, but then they got extra confident that when I finally went to pick them up, that they'd finally be able to get usage out of the flashlight. And I'd injured two of them by that point, because two of them had flashlights, and both of them had taken damage. So not only did this person go on the hook, but they tried to blind me, suddenly realized they couldn't, and they were injured and had nowhere to run. And then I downed the two of them as well. So you can just massacre people with this, okay? Don't hesitate to destroy people. And Lightborn and Franklin's, I can't count the number of times people have DC'd as soon as they realize I have both of these. And while that's not necessarily a good thing, it just goes to show how lethal the combination truly can be. And the mind game that it plays with people can be very, very important to you. So next, coming along, we have Pop Goes the Weasel. So every time you hook someone, the next generator you damage lose 20% of its current progress. So this is obviously very important because everyone says nowadays, especially, you know, since everybody started gen rushing, that's like the majority of what survivors do now. And I can't blame them because I remember playing Survivor a lot more. And I used to use Circle of Healing, which got nerfed, right? And so nobody was healing anymore. That only put people in the position where they had to rush generators now. So I understand that's why the shift happened. It's fine. But the way to deal with it is not to run Ruin and Pop Goes the Weasel and frickin' Scourge Hook Pain Resonance and all that other shit. You might see Pain Resonance running a lot, right? Because most people... Is this it here? No, that's not it. Where is it? There it is. Pain Resonance. So when you hook somebody the first time, the generator with the most progress explodes, instantly losing 20%. And almost all the killers that I go up against whenever I'm playing Survivor now are using this perk, because for some reason they feel like it's, you know, this coup de grace fucking badass maneuver, but honestly, this is a shit perk. And for me, it's a shit perk simply because you only get to use it 4 times, and then you never get to use it again. So what the hell good is that? Especially if you get put into a situation where the only people you can catch and kill and hook repeatedly are the slower, you know, people working on the generators, right? Because we've all had that game as a killer where you can't catch certain survivors, but you can catch the other ones. So you want to just focus on getting those people. And this one will only give you one satisfying explosion on a generator, whereas Pop Goes the Weasel, every time you hook someone, you can kick a generator for 20% damage. It only lasts for 45 seconds, but 45 seconds is more than enough time to find someone and kick a generator and lose that chunk of progression they have. Okay? So Pop Goes the Weasel, infinitely superior to Pain Resonance, in my opinion. If this was the sort of perk that works for you better, go for it. But this one, for me, far superior, because I could down someone, throw them on a hook, turn around, kick the gen they were on, launch across the fucking thing, down somebody else, throw them on a hook and kick their generator, and immediately get it again. And it's the same person that I just hooked, doesn't matter, they still lose 20% off the gen, because it's based off the hook, not how many, not off just having 4 hooks to go. So Pop Goes the Weasel, infinitely superior to me. And the higher the generation, like if the generator's sitting at 99, it's going to lose 20% of all of that, right? Which is much better than just 20% of, whatever, right? Because they nerfed it, right? So it's only 20% of current progress. So if they've only got 10%, you're only taking 2% off the gen kick or whatever, right? But that's beside the point. This in the long term has much better value than any of the other gen res perks, because you can use Ruin, sure, then you don't have to kick gens at all, but as soon as they smash your totem, you're fucked and you don't have the perk anyway, so what the hell's good is it? Hex Plaything. As soon as you hook someone, they get cursed, and well, if you know what Hex Plaything, obviously the second that they're hooked, they can't detect you. You're what is it? Undetectable, right? They're oblivious. I'm looking at this thing now. So this is obviously very important, because then they can't hear you coming under any circumstances, right? Which is obviously very good. So it also forces them to stop fixing gens, especially if they're the paranoid survivor. They will be hunting totems, trying to trying to destroy their hex totems rather than working on generators. And that gives you there's two benefits to it, right? One, the survivors who are actively searching for their Hex Plaything because they're paranoid, they're not doing gens or anything else. They're trying to break frickin' their totem. That's all they're trying to do. The second good point of it is if they're the opposite and they say, well, I'm not going to stop fixing generators, I'm going to leave myself oblivious, you're going to be able to sneak up on them easier because they are oblivious. So you can use all that to your advantage. Just a better perk. That's, my thing. And then, of course, Franklin's, as I stated earlier, it works in good synergy with Lightworm. But also, in and of itself, for me, I find that whenever I hack somebody and I knock the item out of their hand, and this perk is going to be nerfed in the near future, they're still going to take the hit, they're still going to drop the item, but what's going to happen is it's not going to drain the item's charges. So if you hit them and they drop their toolbox won't be empty 40 seconds later or 90 seconds later or whatever, right? So they will be able to come back and pick up their full toolkit. But in my opinion, that's kind of even worse, because most people, I find, or at least some, it's hard to say. I find a fair percentage of people will not come back to their item if they've realized that it's had more than enough time to bleed out and they can't fix it, they can't refill it. So they'll just leave it to be dead, right? But now that it won't be draining, they're going to have even more incentive to return and pick this item up off the ground. And I think that is going to possibly, until it happens and we have a chance to test it, we won't know exactly. But I think that's going to have way more of a threat to run against the survivor, because they're going to be more inclined to try to rescue a full toolkit with their spare parts and everything else in it, right? Or their full health kit that has the syringe and all that shit in it, right? If they know that that's still there, I feel they're going to be even more inclined to try to rescue their item. And I have got countless kills because people refuse to let their item rot. They have to have their item. And I even asked the same people who are pissed, like I said, they got mad at me for using Franklin's and Lighthorn. And I just asked him, I was like, well, why didn't you just leave the item? And he's like, well, I brought the item, so obviously I really wanted to use it. And I said, well, fair enough, but that's why I bring Franklin's, was to make you really, really want to save it, and it cost you your life. So, Franklin's gonna get nerfed soon, but in my opinion, it'll still be worth using. This is the one, perk slot that I will change out. I've run Franklin's, I've run Pentimento, which they nerfed recently anyway, so that one's a little kind of shittier now. But also I've run, what is it? Oppression, where you kick a generator and 3 other random generators either begin regressing or they get, if somebody's working, they get the small skill checks. But I have had the most success since I started using Franklin's more frequently, and the results speak for themselves as far as I'm concerned. Again, though, think about you as a player, and if there's any perks you think would work better for you as a player, swap out whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Don't be stuck on these just because I say they're the best, because like I said, I've watched all those Ots Darva videos and Spooky Loops and all these other really great people who are extremely successful with the builds that they use, but those builds are tailored to their playstyles, and I don't play the same way they do. So they never worked for me. So that's why I found my own. So if you know a build that works better for you, do it. But this is mine. Okay, so now let's get back to the add-ons really quick here. So the ones that I use are the Cerberus Talon. Now, why would I use this? Increases the reveal distance of scent orbs by 100%. The reason the scent orbs are so important will become very apparent during the game itself, which, because I'm going to run a match here, obviously, so you can see what it's like. But running this add-on gives me the ability as the wolf to smell the scent orbs from further away. So if people are running around, I can see the orbs. I don't have to see their scratch marks. It doesn't matter if they're running distortion to hide their auras from me. I can see their freaking scent orbs. They cannot hide that from the wolf. So that gives me 100% reveal distance further than you normally would have to locate their scent. That is going to be very important to you, because Dracula needs to make use of every one of his forms appropriately in order to make the best use of him as a whole. Which, I mean, kind of like when you say it, it's like, well, duh, that makes sense, obviously. But you'll really get a feel for it once you're in a match. The next one I use, again, as I explained earlier, after teleporting to the window vault, the entity blocks the window for 2 survivors for 15 seconds. This is the one I have, and I'm using because I have so many of them now. Hence, like I said, I grinded the shit during the anniversary to get myself thousands of add-ons and offerings, because obviously the more you have, the more relaxed you can be with how you spend and use them. So there's that. And his other good, like, he has other good ones. This one here, actually, let's start at the top, and we'll go down. When the exit gates are open, pillars of hellfire continuously spawn within the exit gates. That's all fine, and it sounds really good, and it can be really lethal if you pair it with the whatever it is, the perk where if you close the exit, or when the exit gates are open, the inside gets blocked when you hook somebody or whatever. That only works if that's a very, very niche kind of usage, because you have to first rely on the fact that you have somebody incapacitated. The survivors are actually willing to open the exit gates, knowing full well they could be trapped because you run the perk that blocks the thing. It's a Freddy perk. I don't remember it off the top of my head because I never use it because it's stupid in my opinion. But it basically blocks them, so even though the exit gate is open, they run through it, and then the little thorn bushes pop up so they can't escape. And running it with this add-on, they're in basically just a fucking Russian roulette hellfire thing, and it burns them down so they all die in there, right? But again, like I said, the likelihood of making that actually work for you is very small, because the amount of opportunities you're going to get to actually experience that is far too low for that offering to be, or this add-on to be any use. This one here, Hellfire Pillars home in on the nearby survivors. So when you release your firepower, it curves towards them slightly. I don't want to use that because I don't want to get adjusted and used to having it heat seeking and moving towards the people. I'm going to stick with the ones where my fire pillars are always the same range, they're always in a straight line, because not only does it improve my my shooting, so to speak, learning to just line up the shots and take them properly, you just don't get overly reliant on a iridescent add-on you're not going to have a lot of. Like, I only have 96, and I spent 20 prestige to get that up to that many. Not to say I didn't have more before, but it gives you an idea of just how rare they are, right? So you're not going to get a lot of value out of those. And now I feel bad because they're all burning cakes and I'm only burning a thing for myself. But the event's over, so I kind of figured nobody would be doing that. So let's get into this now. I'm going to turn my volume back up so I can hear properly. And just keep a close eye, and I'll try to explain things as best I can as I go here. Oh, Dead Sands. Not a good map for survivors, in my opinion. So the first thing you want to do, you want to immediately figure out the furthest generators, which are over here. Definitely over here. And you hit the bat form immediately. You cannot see survivors, but you don't have a terror radius. Listen for gens that are being worked on. There's probably somebody there, but we can come back there in a hurry if we need to. We're just listening. Oh, and there they are. So she's gonna run for this jungle, you know, whatever place it is that she's got here, thinking she's safe. Burn. Doubles back in front like a goofball. Down she goes. She's lost her item. Does she have a friend who's gonna come to try and rescue her? I guess we will see. No, she does not. Up she goes. Wolf form. If anybody's running around in here really quick, we're gonna smell them out now. That's what we're watching for. Oh, somebody's here. See? Centaur. Even if we didn't see her there, we know the direction she went. Drop it. I dare ya. No? Dracula's range on his swipe attack is actually slightly further than most killers. So don't be afraid to sort of lean in and give it an extra bit of distance. Bat form immediately. We're gonna just hit this. Again, 20% off. Oh, they're coming in through here. Oops, I shifted to the wrong form. We want to be wolf. You want to learn to shift between your forms rapidly as possible. Oh, there's Laura. So her big mistake is she really has nowhere to go. No matter where she goes, I can throw fire through it. As long as it's not over the head, the fire will go over it. Like, watch, I'll throw fire right here. See, that one over it. If I tried to throw it over this one, it wouldn't have worked. I'm gonna go this way. Just listen for people. They've retreated from here. Again, we have 20% because of Pop Goes the Weasel. Boom, 20% off that one. We're gonna teleport through here. We're gonna shift to the wolf. There they go. Yeah, run through it, I dare you. See? She wised up. Or did she? Ooh, she's a sneaky one. Now she lost her thing, though. Does she want to go in there? She does not. We're going to swap now to this one. Yes, that generator has progress on it, but that's not a big deal. Okay, now we're going to swap to the main farm so we can roast her. And as you can see, boom. Don't be afraid to just dumbfire it. You might miss a lot at first, but once you start realizing the timing, you'll start nuking people, man. You will. Don't expect to land hits like that right out the gate, but you'll learn to start doing it. It just takes practice. So now she's on there, so we're going to fly over here. We're going to hit this one here because it's closest. But we're going to check the other ones too. See, this one has almost nothing on it. And that's fine. We're going to check back on this one. That one's done. So now we're going to come back over here, because see, there they go. You can see the scratch marks. She's going for the unhook. Here's the kicker. When they're unhooking people, oh, she chickened out. You want to try to let people go for the unhook, as crazy as that sounds. So we're going to use wolf form again. Oh, see, someone's creeping in. No aura reading needed, nothing. They cannot hide their thing. As long as they're moving fast. If they're crouching, you won't smell them, but if they're running, you will. Alright, so who's over here? I'm going to flush them out. There she goes! So So we're gonna shift back again. Okay, she's running for the house. What do? Shift. Oh, she bolted, so we come back out with her. Now she's fucked. And they popped a gen. Don't fucking matter. We're at 5 hooks now. That chick is still on our at our mercy here. And we've actually got her in a very good place because you see there's 1 gen there, 1 gen here, and the other one there. So we're actually protecting a 3 gen right now without even trying. We're just trying to keep people trapped in the place we want them to be. Now if someone will grow some balls and try and unhook her while I'm here, I can demonstrate the other really, really important thing Dracula can do, what only he can do. So let's scratch her. Yeah, run for it, slam. I'll break this. Somebody going for her? Oh, she was trying to creep in there for her. Because I think what you'll find is most people want to go for unhooks. And when somebody's being unhooked, they like to use their body to shield and take that protection hit. Bummer! She tried. And don't even worry, they got the unhook, because right at this point, see how she's trying to flashlight me? She still has no idea it won't help her. So, pretty sure here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, she's going for it. Didn't quite make it in time, but we will next time. Ah, she got away! Butt scratch! Yeah, vault the window, good idea. That'll keep you alive. Totally! We're gonna go over here because Pop is running out of time, and we're gonna hit this one because it's got a lot of progress. Boom. So now what we're gonna do is teleport here. That already eliminates 1 window. Now she has to choose. Does she keep looping here with 1 less window? She's going to. Alright, let's go for it. Oh, see? She's stopping for the flashlight. What'd I tell ya? Oh, she's slamming that. Now she's gotta go back. Gotcha. See? Had she not stopped for that flashlight and kept running, she'd have been around this corner before I got to her. She stopped. She literally is losing this hook because she can't let her flashlight go. Franklin's valuable tool. Now she's on death hook. Now we're gonna fly over here, check these ones. Oh, we're over here. Oh, she's going for the unhook. Alright. Either she's going to... No, she's not. Yeah, let's try this. This works sometimes. See what I'm talking about? They think they're safe in the bloody shack, and that becomes their death, man. Nemesis has that reach, and so does Dracula with his fire. Don't hesitate to use that shit. And as you can see, they're giving up now because they'll have 1 friend who's finishing generators, but now they're starting to lose lives. She's dead. We're at 3 gens. I literally don't even give a shit. Because she's toast. This one's going to be toast too, I think, isn't she? Or is it Ada? I think maybe it's Ada. I don't know. And look at her running around. She's like, hit me, hit me! The cruelest thing you can do to someone like her is just ignore her. Don't even swing. And she's dead. Hi. You've just given up? Fair enough. Let's go find the one who's been missing from the party this whole time. So now at this point we're just gaining points. So I'm going to smash that up. Again, bat form. She quit after she died. Why? I'm going to smash that now. We'll also discuss pallets you should leave. Yeah, hi, how you doing? No, I'm looking for your friend, okay? If you want to do a generator or 2 and get yourself some points, that's fine with me. But I'm looking for your friend right now. Fly around, look for the girl doing her thing. We're going to teleport. Again, look at the distance we're gaining, right? If she's on here, you immediately pop out as a wolf. If she's running because she hears you teleporting in, she's going to leave a scent trail for you to follow. And because your range is so high with the wolf, you're going to find her even that much easier. So she's straight up hiding because she knows that I'm trying to find her and only her, and I'm leaving Ada alone. So Ada's going to start working on the generators, which is perfectly fine with me. But we're going to find Satan. Because she literally can't hide forever. Well, I mean, I guess she can, but even if it comes to the point where Ada finishes 2 generators, then what we're going to do is we'll just knock Ada flat on her ass and just slug her out. And then Her little friend can reveal herself. Alright, I'll check these lockers then. And if you stay in your, wolf form, if she panics and starts running for it, you will locate her. That much easier. Oh, here we go. What's this? Oh, this is the same one. We're gonna check the basement next, actually. There's a couple methods I like to use to find. I mean, normally if you really want, you can just kill Ada and let her escape if you really want, or try to find her before she gets hatched. That's all fine too if you really want to do that. I just want to find her. Have a look about. She's not there. What I like to do is peek my head back sometimes just to see if she's swapping things or whatever, trying to creep out. Because like right now my back is turned on the other ones, so she could be theoretically, if I hadn't checked these ones, she could be popping out and making a run for the stairs before I turn around. But even if that happened, let's say I was searching this one here and I hear her bolt out of a locker and she runs for her life. Bat form, look for the window upstairs, and boom, you're in her face. She's got nowhere to go. She can't use that window. She could use this, but again, you're already in chase and you know where she is. She has nowhere left to go. So this is where it gets into the realm of use your shifting abilities all the time. Don't hesitate to shift. Oh, there she is. Told you I'd find her. She's coming out. Yeah, she's surrendering. Chomp. Aru, I say. Meow. Burn that ass. You also want to remember that the more you put people on, the more you use your variety of powers, like your burning and your everything else, the more higher your score is going to be at the end of the game. So you want to get lots of points for using your fire pillars, your wolf form, all that shit. Shifting between. Because watch, teleport to the window, and I think you get teleportation points, or just shapeshift points. Alright, this is what I was referring to earlier. There you go. So that's a perfect example. As you can see, she's got the deep wound, and I could have slapped her down. Because normally what they like to do is they get the unhook, the person coming off of the hook immediately takes the hit because they can get that extra hit, right? Which puts the deep wound on him. However, the beautiful thing about Dracula is the second the person being unhooked, their feet touch the ground, you hit them with the fire blast. That person just unhooked is immediately got the deep wound. The other person is either hurt or knocked down, and you can either slap the person who just got the unhook and down them immediately again, or you can pursue the person who did the unhook, and the person who was unhooked can no longer take that extra hit for them because they've already taken it just by being taken off the hook. So Dracula counteracts that entire playstyle, which is beautiful. So you sort of let him do that, and again, it all comes down to the timing. That was why I hesitated. I could have unleashed it and nuked her ass before she unhooked her, but I waited. I waited until the Sable's feet touched the ground, and then I roasted her. We'll let him finish the gen, and I'll do it one more time to show you, because it's like a lot of talking about it, but seeing it actually working obviously is much better. But just to give you I've demonstrated it, now I've given an explanation, now I'll demonstrate it again after the explanation to sort of give you an idea as to, you know, why it works. Oh, she's on Death Hook, never mind. Yeah, pick her up, sorry, my bad. I don't count hooks, I'm kind of bad for that, ladies and gentlemen, but as you can see, like, there's the totem there, and there's the other totem there, so these two are technically blind right now. So if I'm going around as the wolf, they're oblivious and they have no idea. I mean, they know I'm here because they were just watching me. But if I was creeping up, they would have no frickin' idea I was here. And then I can lunge. And that's where we get into the important things about just the form. So your bat form, And I'm going to leave them alive so I can demonstrate the things I'm talking about. So on top of being able to fly around here, and as you can see, whoosh, if I need to cross the map in a hurry, as long as there's a loop, which there is on a lot of maps, you can just fly there really quickly. And the cool thing about the teleport is, it's already over half full, and I can do it again. But in that amount of time, I've already flown as a bat halfway across the bloody map anyway. So you can traverse the map really quickly with this bat form. So yeah, learn the ins and outs. Another little trick I'm going to show you here is watch them. When I shift from my bat form back to my human form, or my wolf form even, watch what happens to their bodies. They're on that generator there, right? We know they are. So watch how there's this twinkle and like sparkle when they appear. You see that? Okay? That can actually be a telltale sign to help you locate people. Watch. We know she's there, right? But let's say we don't. We haven't noticed her there yet, but watch. Let's shift. You see how you saw the twinkle in the corner? Watch for the twinkle. So if you're flying around and you're like right here, you're like, gee, I wonder where everybody is. You can actually use it, especially on a map like the swamp. You see that blink? You will see that blink no matter where they are. Even if they're in a bush, you'll see that flicker. Watch for the flicker if you can't see people and you're having a hard time finding them. Because all you have to do is see it in the distance. It kind of was blocked there when I shifted, but you get what I'm saying, right? We'll do it again here. I'll shift back. See how they blink? So if I'm staring over here, I'm like, gee, I wonder where everybody is. Just watch the corner of the screen. See that flicker? That gives them away. That's another way that the bat form will help you to locate people who are hard to locate. I will come and tuck you in right away, little squacky pants. Up to bed. All right, so the cool thing about it is that you just want to make sure to use every little thing that Dracula has available to him in order to make yourself, eke yourself out a win, right? Chomp. Aru, I say. Another really cool thing Dracula can do is after they escape, he can still hit them. So even if they escape and you want to sort of burn them in the ass as they go away, you can throw the fire through there and scorch their ass as they get away. Which is just kind of a funny thing to do. So there's that. And as I said, just a lot of it comes from experience. Like the whole flickering thing, there's been so many times where people have been really good at hiding from me and I have no idea where they are. And I've shapeshifted into the bat form and I've seen that flicker of like sparks on their body as they become invisible. And that has given them away to me, and I've literally spun around. I've been standing right beside people I had no idea were there in a bush, and I bat formed, and I saw the flicker right beside me. I'm like, you little bastard! Poof! Appear, slice, and you're on the hunt already. So it's a lot to sort of take in, but at the same time, these are all extremely useful tools to help you locate people in ways that perks and add-ons and offerings cannot, and only Dracula can do this. So use it. The other cool thing, which you notice about the wolf, which I'll demonstrate again in the next match. I never really had to use much of the wolf in this one, but his lunge ability. Now, anybody who's played against Chucky, you know he has that dash attack, right? Where he runs, and he does the flying jump. That's basically what the wolf does, only he does it twice. So he jumps in one direction, and if he doesn't hit anything, he'll jump again. So you can jump straight forward, miss if the person hangs like a 90-degree turn. You can literally land, spin 90 degrees yourself before the second jump happens, and you can still catch him and bite him in the ass. And if they slam a pallet when you're lunging, you'll shatter the pallet. So you've caught them, they've slammed the pallet, and they've slowed you down, but the pallet's out of your way instantaneously. It's like the Demogorgon when Wormy does his leap attack and he shatters the item. It's the same thing here. So again, just one more extra thing that Dracula can do that other people can do, but he can do that and everything else that Dracula can also do. So you think about it, he can fly around the map extremely fast, he can locate people without aura reading because he can scent them as the wolf, or if you swap between your forms, like I said, you'll see the flicker of the people either becoming visible or going invisible. You can You have a lunging power attack like Chucky has for his special attack. You have fire pillar attack that goes over obstacles, over loops, through loops, like, and it can hit multiple targets. You can fire the fire pillars while somebody is being unhooked. Like I said, the second the person being unhooked feet touch the ground, you blast them with the fireball, and that person is no longer capable of taking a protection hit for the person who unhooked them, and the person who unhooked them is now either injured or down. Either way, that scenario, you are guaranteed another hook. That's the beauty of it. Unless you down the person who you just unhooked and they have decisive strike and you decide you want to tunnel them out and you pick them up and they kick free, but still that's only decisive strike, so you can still catch them after that. But the point remains, they're injured, they have to mend, everybody's hurt. Nobody gets out of any circumstance without being injured. And that's what you really want in order to keep the pressure on. As you saw, by the time they had the one girl was doing 2 generators, and the other, I had 2 fatalities in that amount of time. So it's like, yay, we're getting gens done, but oh wait, 2 of us are dead now, and there's no chance in hell we're going to get the other generators done with just 2 people, let alone one who was also almost on death hook, and the other person who hadn't been hooked at all was hiding, so clearly she wasn't going to help. Like, that match was over by the time they finished the second generator, and they only had 3 gens left. It was like over for them. And on top of that, hilariously enough, like I pointed out, when I was downing people in that area and hooking them in the back corner there, that was near 3 gens. So I had a 3 gen situation. So even if she did pop the other gens, I had hostages trapped within the 3 gen area. Like, that match was a bloodbath had I been going hardcore for blood, right? So again, I'm going to ready up. I'm going to go say goodnight to my little girl, and I will be back. So just hang tight, and I will continue. How long have we been going for here? 44 minutes. Okay. I will be right back. It's starting up here. I hear it, I'm coming. Boinker doodle. I had to run up and down the stairs real quick to make sure I made it back. I heard the thing go through and I was like, damn it! I should have brought a drink with me. Oh well. So yeah, now I'm just gonna go in, just watch how I do things. I'll throw in a few pointers here and there, but just watch how often I shift, how I use the different forms to my advantage, how the perks benefit me, the ones that I'm using. So we've got approximately 10 minutes to finish this map, but because this PlayStation is what I'm playing on, will only allow for 1 hour video recording, so I need this to be over before then. What are we at? Yeah, 40. So I got 14. 14 and a half minutes. Provided the fucking match ever starts. I mean, there's always that. Garden of Joy. This map is, this is a mixed bag. The smaller the map, the worse people are against Dracula. I mean, he's got too much maneuverability. So, always start by flying to the gens furthest from you. Watch for scratch marks. There they are. Oh, look at all these little people. How you doing, girlfriend? Where are you going? You going this way? Aww. Butt slap. So here we are. Oh, and here he comes. You missed. Oh no, you missed too. I'm just fucking with them. They don't know. If they don't know I have Lightborn, then they suffer for it. Oh, okay. I see how this is. I'll take your item, bitch. Ooh, we're playing for keeps now. Wolf farm. Oop, just missed. Oh, you fucked that up though. Ooh, just missed. But I won't miss again. Slam! He wasted it. Where are you gonna go, Laura? Where are you gonna go? See? Nowhere to go. Now comes the heartbreak. Too bad. Up she goes. And as you can see, she quit. Not surprised at all. Once they realize that their flashlights are useless, people are just like, I'm out. So there's one over there. Oh, and see he's running for it. Yeah, here they go. You gonna go for the flashlight? No. Come on, Leon, let's go. Let's play with fire. Come back, officer. I need you to check, make sure I got a permit for this thing. No? No. Gotcha. You gonna go for it again, Leon? Gotcha. And you see I fired between the bush and the rock. If I tried to go over the bush or the rock, it wouldn't have worked, but I fired between them. Line up your shots. Again, practice. You just learn to line your shots up better. Takes some work, but once you lock it down, you will be a force to be reckoned with. I saw your scratch marks over here, so are you over here somewhere? No? Okay. So now we're gonna hit that. We have to get back over here to this generator. No sign. Oh, there she is with the unhook. We could use the wolf farm to track them both right now, but there's very few directions for them to go from here. There she goes. I'm coming, Laura. Gotcha! Oh. How you doing? Peekaboo, I see you. Oh, so somebody's right there at the front of the house. Oh, see the scratch marks? We're gonna wolf it. Even if we lose sight, we have a pretty good idea with this. Yeah, there it is, she is. Most people think they're safe at the loot. Prove to them they're not. There's almost always a hit. Almost always a hit. Once you fucking get your timing down, people just fucking lose their shit. Ooh, just a bit short, but not much. Yeah, run through there by all means. Run, Gritty, run! Oh my god! Upsy daisy. Alright, so now we're gonna search the gens again. Oh, somebody was here. Shift between the wolf. Go in here. Nope. Alright, they've unhooked. So let's get over there in a hurry. Most likely to retreat this way. There they go. What'd I tell ya? Oh, she has a flashlight. How precious. Now she doesn't. Oh, we're gonna do ring around the rosy. Oh no! Now you have nowhere to go! See, just like that, boof, the bat instantly ended that loop. Nowhere for her to retreat to. She's literally fucked. Up you go. And she was a bot, so she knew I blocked the window, but the humans won't always pick up on that right away. Listen for the gen. Yep, up to the window. Hi! See? No window for you. What'd I just tell you? She tried for the window. She had no fucking clue. Locked. And she's done. Pretty sure she's on death hook now. So I'm just going to drop you right there. Because she had the balls to stay in the match, so I'm going to let her go. The other people left. We're going to check on this one. Oh, it's sputtering again, so we'll give it another slap. The bots will go for her, though. You can hear this one. But that was because Hattie was on it earlier and we didn't kick it. So now, we're going to keep fluttering around. Oh, here we go. So there's one there. Oh, two here. There's another one over there, I think. They're both going to try the window. Haha, gotcha! Bat form will catch up to her. So now we can run this goofy little loop that she thinks she's safe in. Hi! Leon, wherever the hell he is right now, is like, oh, Jesus, we're in so much trouble, man. But we know they're upstairs. Bat. Get close, get close. We're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going. Poof. Hi! We have Pop Goes the Weasel. Boom, down 20%. How's it going, Yana? Oh, fuck, I didn't release it that time. What the shit's with that? Yeah, jump it, jump it! I dare you to jump it! She's like, no! There we go. And you can leave this here, too. Like, let's say that window for some reason wasn't blocked, was blocked. You could leave that there as a teleportation into the house. Oh, there's Leon! Yeah, look at that! Silly little goose. Where'd he fucking get to? Oops, no, shift, 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 shift. We need wolf form. We need to sniff him out. There he goes. As you can see, one center orb is all it took. Now we know. There he is. We're going to shift back to human. He's going to run for the window. Oh, it won't go down all the way to the ground there. What I should have done was shape-shifted to the bat and blocked the window so he couldn't do that again. Which is what I'm going to do right now. So he's doubling back, yeah. But he's going to run for this, which won't necessarily help him, because I can shoot that up over the fucking ledge. Out the window, we bat for him. We're out the window too. We're still on him. Oh, he's doubling back. Back. Oh, we went too far. And then you have misfires like that sometimes. Don't feel bad, it happens to the best of us. But he's going for the window, so we just shift. He vaults. Out we come. You want to try it again? We're gonna go. What the hell? You see how I got stuck on that? That was weird. Oh well though, we'll get him. And in all this time, nobody's done a generator. Nobody's doing generators right now. So he blocked that loop right there. There won't be any more of that shit. He's doubling back. He's in so much shit. Oh, Yeah, what are you gonna do, Leon? What are you gonna do? You gotta catch up. Slam. See, he's fucked if he goes for it again now. Oh no! Oh no! Wolf form. Lunge. Oh, just missed. He's gonna double back now. Yeah, he's gonna go for the loop. He's gonna jump. Fool. Nowhere to go for you, buddy boy. And even if... Oh, here she comes. Oh, she's gonna try and sabble the hook. Yeah, she's gonna try to sabble the hook. We'll put him on this one over here. It's a long way to go, but whatever. We know she can sabble, so it's not worth trying. Upsy daisy. So we're gonna hit wolf form immediately, and we're gonna look for her scent orbs. Because she's bleeding, you actually see the scent orbs even better. Oh, here we go. Bite you on the ass. Well, she's dead, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she is. And I think Leon's the only one with a hook left at this point. Upsy daisy. Yeah, there's only 4 hooks left. Still we'll check some gens. Oh, there's one. Hey, Hattie, how you doing? So we're gonna hit that with pop. She's down 20%. She's running for her fucking life, even though she ain't got nowhere to go. Oh. Upsy daisy. Yeah, these guys are fucked. Again, look at that. 1, 2, 3. They set them. Oh no, there isn't a third one there. Never mind, I'm hallucinating. So we'll leave this pallet here. Actually, no, we don't need to. Because we can teleport to that in a hurry if we need to. Oh, they're unhooking. They're going to run towards the house. Guaranteed they're going to run towards the house. See? What'd I tell you? Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, well. Hey, Hattie. Down you go. What am I at for time here? 59 minutes and 19 seconds. Beautiful. Up you go. Oh, we're down. Oh, no, we are down to 2 hooks. Alright. Alright, so I think what we'll do, we'll call this the part 1, because we're almost out of time here. We got 15 seconds or so. But yeah, I will continue this as a part 2, leaving off right from this point. So stay tuned, absorb all the information I've just given you, and we will. I will send you the part 2 shortly after this.